you're doing everything right. Following an anti-inflammatory diet, taking your medications, keeping your stress level low. Okay, so maybe you're not perfect, but you're doing a reasonable job. So why do your autoimmune symptoms still flare? For example, if you're having more pain in your joints or muscles, fatigue, even rashes in the skin, these can be signs of a flare if you have rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, lupus, or something else. Here's what a lot of people miss. The real trigger could be hiding in plain sight. We often blame food or stress, but flares can come from things you'd never expect, like your sleep pattern, your cleaning supplies, even how hard you're working out. And yes, I'm a big fan of exercise, but if you do this, it can actually hurt you. Let's unpack 4 hidden causes of autoimmune flares and how to fix them. I'm Dr. Banasali. Let's dive in. Think of your immune system like a factory. It runs on shifts that are directed by your internal clock. But what happens if the night shift shows up late? Let's say you took on a job with some later hours, or maybe you've worked in night shifts all this time and now in your late 40s, early 50s, you can't seem to keep up with it. Your body is just not bouncing back. That's not just aging, it's your body struggling with circadian misalignment. Hormonal changes that are around midlife can make your immune system more sensitive to even slight shifts in the sleep-wake cycle. And here's the surprising part. Even if you're getting 8 hours of sleep, but you're sleeping at the wrong time, like staying up past midnight, and that just doesn't seem to work for you, that can increase inflammation and trigger autoimmune flares, especially for women in menopause, whose natural rhythms are already shifting, because there are hormones that affect sleep regulation. Cortisol and melatonin are 2 of those. So what can you do to fix this? Keep a consistent sleep-wake time, reduce screen time at night, and get morning sunlight to reset that clock. It is actually important to just open the shutters and see sunlight and just feel the sunlight around you because it does wake up your body. Let's talk about something you may never suspect. Your cleaning products, candles, even laundry detergent. That fresh linen room spray. Yes, it smells divine, but it may be bothering you. That plug-in air freshener you've had for years, your favorite scented hand soap. All of these can release something called VOC, volatile organic compounds, and phthalates, which could silently be irritating your immune system. A study done a few years ago in Frontiers found that these common household chemicals can activate something called dendritic cells, which are key players in triggering autoimmune reactions. And here's the tough part. You may not smell anything, you may not feel anything, but your immune system, it is noticing. So what can you do to fix this? Switch to unscented laundry detergent, skip the plugins, sometimes those smells are anyways too much, and use fragrance-free cleaners. Maybe it's bothering you and maybe it's not. Think of it as giving your immune system one less thing to fight. What about viruses? Ever feel like your body is flaring for no reason? Let me introduce a silent saboteur, viral reactivation. Viruses like Epstein-Barr virus, EBV, or even cytomegalovirus, which is CMV, they can lie dormant for decades and all of a sudden reactivate when your immune system is weakened, triggering new flares and symptoms. A study in lupus found increased EBV reactivation in lupus patients who weren't even actively feeling sick. You might not feel like you've caught anything, but under the surface, your immune system is fighting, and your joints and other parts are paying the price. What can you do to fix this? Focus on supporting your immune balance daily, not just when you're feeling sick. Prioritize your sleep, reduce your stress, make sure that you're not overdoing sugary foods, processed foods, alcohol, because when you're down, you can definitely be reactivating those viruses. You want to do everything possible to stay as healthy as possible. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm a big fan of movement, exercise. It helps almost everything in our world of autoimmune disease. But while movement is medicine, it can also backfire. If you've ever pushed through a workout and you felt worse the next day, it's not all in your head. In autoimmune diseases, your body may not distinguish between helpful inflammation and harmful inflammation. When you overdo it, especially with something like intense cardio or even resistance training, you can actually trigger immune overactivation. Studies in rheumatoid arthritis and lupus show that while moderate movement improves inflammation, excessive or inconsistent exercise, like the weekend warriors, that can provoke flares. Okay, so what can you do to fix this? I'm not saying don't exercise. I'm saying stick to moderate, consistent movement. Put into your schedule low-impact options like yoga, tai chi, or even walking. Rest days aren't optional. They're actually your healing time. My father, when he used to run marathons, he would do nothing during the week and then all of a sudden on the weekends try to get in 10 miles each day. A definite weekend warrior, which is great that he worked out, but he would have a lot of trouble walking after that. And he doesn't have an autoimmune disease. So if you do have one, you can imagine it could be pretty bad for you. So try consistent, moderate exercise, whatever you can handle without triggering flares. You are not broken. If you've been flaring without a clear reason, it's not your fault, but it is worth exploring. Sometimes the cause is subtle, hidden, or overlooked, but it's fixable. Which one of these 4 surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you want more science-backed ways to reduce autoimmune flares naturally, you can follow for more. I'm Dr. Banasali. Your body deserves a little clarity and peace. See you next time.